Alright. Well, this phone still likes me. I wonder who they are. The people who. I roared last night on a video, and I feel kind of badly about it. It's not my intention to. Is it? I'm a complicated man, he says smugly. That smugness that you see isn't smugness. It's me making the best of being me, just in case you never figured that out, or you hadn't considered the possibility. So this is just a quick video, maybe. I'm supposed to make a picture, make a video, a video while I burn um, a photograph or a picture, and I want to do it on video and be sure it, whatever story I'm going to tell you while I burn it, I don't even know what I'm going to say. But it's been brought to my attention that there's some dark energy attached to it, and I could tell you a story about dark energy. Maybe I'll tell you a story about dark energy. That's what I'll do. It's a beautiful story, and it makes if I had the technical capabilities of doing anything like editing, montage, words I don't know, slideshow. You know what I want to do? I want to give presentations. I gave one presentation, you know that? I was a professor at the University of New Hampshire for half an hour. And I, of course, broke every rule, because I'm charming. That's why. I think I put half the class into shock. Literally. And it's, I was a guest. I was a guest expert on massage therapy, hands-on healing. My interest became more the skeleton as time went on because reasons, joints. But so this is my confirmation video for Louis Farrakhan. I did send you a message, so a polite message extending the hand of the branch of the tree. So, for whatever that's worth, that's it's real. It's difficult to know not who your friends are. Because we really have to trust each other as long as possible. I made a video last night that was a lot of roar. And, I told the story of Dawn on Easter in 2018 in the morning saying, I don't know if you're Jesus or Lucifer, but I'm scared and I'm leaving. I've told that story very many times. But there's more to the story. I don't know if it was before or after, but it was months, a few months before or after. And I was laying down. And there was a period of time, about 2 years, where up to 8 hours a day, I would just lay there in pain and be visited by entities. Even back then, man, I got so many stories. I'd love to have friends to sit around the fire and talk with. I have one friend in South Africa who's offered. Says we will someday, and I believe her. Because at the end of this whole thing, whatever happens, I saw after I made my video. Oh yeah, but I told her I had her come over. I was in horrible pain. I said, "Come here," and she came real close, and I said, "I have a terrible evil inside of me." I said it very quietly, calmly. And I speak the truth. I have it under control. I'm a very dangerous man, but I have it under control. I have myself under my control. But I saw the worst case scenario. After I made the video, I cried. I felt terrible for yelling on video to the only person I could see watching. I wasn't talking to her, but if I was her, I don't know how I'd feel. Hopefully, in a weird way, maybe it's not weird. Hopefully she felt glad that I felt comfortable communicating how I felt to her, and I could make disclaimers at the beginning of my videos where I say this isn't directed to you, it's to everyone, and then I tell everyone off. Tell them that they should have listened to me. Maybe they did. I don't know. But to me, it was worth a 30-day suspension from Facebook. Unfortunately, Google is just, complicated. But I saw, after crying, I talked with her. I said, I wasn't directing that at you, and I just felt really horrible. And she made me feel much better. Which was greatly appreciated. But I had a vision of the worst case scenario of how this whole coronavirus goes. And you could say I saw from here to that. The end. The end game. It was scary. It was sad. It was, I've had visions for years. This one was, honestly, it was war, and the cities fell. A lot of towns fell. I mean, it was like the end of the world, man. And believe me when I say that the only reason I can say the end of the world is because I know the words, the father of all beginnings. Every new beginning comes from some beginning's end. But let me tell you about heaven. Everyone you ever loved, everyone who ever loved you, Jesus. A lot of the people who did you wrong, I'm so sensitive. Sound of that bike, I'm wicked sensitive. It's like voices. However I'm talking is how I can talk without getting a headache or upsetting my inner sensibility. I wonder what the barometric pressure is like today. My ear's been popping a bit. But it was beautiful and it was sad. And people were learning what I'm telling you, what I just told you in the last 20 seconds or so. That they are loved. And that and in the beginning, in the coming beginning, best case scenario, either way, is that you know you're loved. I know what it is to not have love. I know why people choose fear and go and rob their neighbors and stuff. That's fear. The two big choices that I was told about by my mentor 12 years ago was love or fear. But I'd never been loved. I'm not easy to love. I'm not even easy to find when I'm right in front of you. Coincidentally, virtually nobody has been right in front of me. Well, except for my wife. My wives and my daughter for a year long now anyway. But really it's been a few years, so for me it wasn't until April 27th of 2016 that I was ever loved. And that love has transformed my life. I still get angry and roar occasionally, but I am, in general, like one of the quietest, nicest people, just very sensitive. And I feel a great responsibility as a man to protect. And I have a limited ability to do so. If I had the money to buy food and defense, firearms and ammunition for, everyone I know and there's not many people, but everyone I know, and make sure they're taken care of, I would absolutely do so. And if I'm the King of England, I plan on marrying like a hell of a lot of women. If I don't like them, then that ain't gonna happen, of course, But that's my we. It doesn't. It's kind of like being a cult leader, you know. Which I'm not, but forget it. That just gets confusing. I don't want to confuse anyone. Legion's kind of like the Salvation Army. There's actually such thing as the Salvation Army, which is not the stores. It's military. I like to say God's military. Man, that made me jump too. I gotta go. Yeah, we call Legion. Look in the book of Matthew. Legion. Google it.